Bubble is bursting. How many times we have heard this for the last few years? The market prices, like the stats, came out for May 2017, and I wanted to share some numbers with you. I will share this on social media as well. You can see it for yourself that the average price was 882 937. This is 24% higher than the same time last year. The number of sales was 1% down, and number of sold homes was 21% down, and the inventory was almost 43% more than the last year, May. So you can see there is a shift in the market. So let's go and look at the market and see how things are going here. First thing I'd like to bring to your attention is the inventory that everybody is talking about these days. The inventory of Toronto real estate was 18,500 at the end of the month of May. This might look high comparing to the inventory of the first 3 months of the year, which was January was 5,000, February was 5,400, and March was about 8,000 inventory. This might look high comparing to those, but it's not high for Toronto real estate market. Comparing it to the last years, good years that we had, the same inventory and the market was really great. Keep in mind, the first 3 months of this year, the buyers who were in the market, they had such a hard time. They're struggling, fighting over getting one property. They put offers on 5, 8, 10 offers on different properties, and they lose on the multiple bids before they can find a half decent home for an outrageous price. So that was not healthy. What is healthy is the 18,500 inventory in the market. The buyers have options and the market is good. I hope this can last long, but I doubt it. Why? Because a considerable number of the increase in the inventory happened before the government introduced or made noise about the 16-point plan. The price was so high that the sellers, some of the sellers, they got interested, they got excited about coming to the market and cashing out. Now, number of inventory goes up, demand is the same, market gets balanced by itself. Government announcement triggered another group of sellers to join because of the fear of the prices dropping down like badly. Majority of these type of sellers who made their main motive was to cash out, to get them make a big profit, they came to this market at a bad time. And they didn't get the price that they were expecting. And when they realized that they're not getting the price that they were expecting, they had two options. They come off the market. Some of them, they come off the market and they said, you know what, we'll wait till the market catches up to the price that we want. Otherwise, we are happy with their home and we live in it. The other group came to the market. They went to the multiple offers. They didn't get with the multiple offers with a lower price. Normally, we put the lower price to create the multiple offer. So they went with the lower price. They didn't get the price that they expected. What they did, they came back to the market with a higher price, hoping that they can get like a traditional way of negotiation and get the price that they had in mind. It's not going to take too long before these type of buyers, the sellers who were in the market to make a big profit, realize that it's not a good time for this, and they're going to be gone. Now the real sellers, meaning the people who had like a solid reason for selling, not just for cashing out, they realized that the reality of the market is that, yeah, they have missed the peak of the market. That's true. But if they are in the market right now, they're going to be selling for 24% more than the same time last year. This is way above the average price increase in Toronto for the last 10 years. So the real sellers, the people who have to sell, they realize that the reality is this is what the market is, and they're going in the market for the market price. Now, let's look at what's happening with the buyers. We can say the buyers, we can categorize them in two categories again. real and unreal buyers. To me, the real buyer is someone who is buying for their own residence or investment purposes and not to flip. Unreal buyers or speculators are the people who like to take advantage of the skyrocketed prices. They saw the market is like the price is increasing every single day, and they had this in mind that they can buy something and sell it for a quick profit in a short period of time. So what these guys were doing, were the speculators doing, were putting an offer with a 5% deposit, securing a property for something around like 5-6 months of closing, and they were hoping during these 5-6 months that they are away from the closing, the market was going to go so much high that they can even sell the contract before even closing. Some of these the buyers, the speculators, they didn't even have the capacity to close the deals, and those were dangerous for the market. And I'm glad that this type of buyers are out of the market. But the real buyers who wanted to purchase for their own purpose of living or long-term investing, a considerable number of them have been scared off because of the noise that was made in the media, the 16-point plan of the government, and the things that happened, the issues that came up with home capital, and as I mentioned, the whole noise that the media made out of all of these. These people are on pause and they're waiting to see what happens. They think the prices might go down. We better wait a little bit, see what happens, and if the prices go down, we start the purchasing. From this group of real buyers, there's a small number of them that I call them smart buyers. These smart buyers are really active in this market. They are looking, they are putting offers on properties, and they get great prices for great homes because their inventory is good, number of inventory is good. And keep in mind, there are some sellers in the market that unfortunately they went and bought in the high market, and then they were thinking that they can sell at any time that they want. So they bought with a high price, they came to the market to sell their home and close the purchase that they have already done, and they realized that the market went down. These people must sell. They have no choice, and the smart sellers are there to take advantage of these opportunities in the market. They have good choices and amazing prices. So the fundamentals of GTA market remains the same. Economy is growing at a steady pace, interest rates remain low, interprovincial and international migration to Toronto is on the rise. And I believe the poor public transportation and the lack of infrastructures for suburbs is one of the main reasons that there's so much demand for living inside Toronto. That issue doesn't seem to be something that's is being addressed for near future. So all of these are causing a same situation for the market, and all the fundamentals of our market are going to be staying the same. Now, at the end, I like to wrap up with some numbers with you and share these numbers of the inventory. And May 2017, as I mentioned, the inventory was 18,500. In May 2016, the inventory was 12,900. May 2015, we had 18,600, 100 more than this year. May 2015, we have, I mentioned 18,600. In 2014, the inventory was 20,700. And in May 2013, the inventory was 22,700. I'd like to remind you that all of those years with this higher inventory than this year and less population in Toronto, we had great markets. The market was strong. We had multiple offers in good markets of Toronto. And keep in mind that all those steady years, the real estate fortune tellers were keep saying that the sky is falling apart, the bubble is bursting, and all of those stories, I hope they can find a better job for themselves and leave the real estate alone.